BlackBusters.
What's cracking with the family? This is BlackBusters, man. The best movie review podcast in the world.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig. I'm your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host,
Skin Tone.
Skin Tone. Yes. Yes.
Skin Tone
I
today.
never know what his name is going to be until he says, I promise you. And I get it.
Skin Tone.
Get it. Skin Tone.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, man.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because of the film we about to break down. We about to bust down right now, and it's Higher Learning. Higher Learning. This movie, bruh, another damn near perfect film, homie, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get to that later on when we talk about the fist. But right now, Higher Learning, if you haven't watched it before, Higher Learning, if you haven't watched it before, man, it's a John Singleton joint, man.
Host.
Yeah.
Who we got with us today?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get to that for sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's ready to dive in.
Before we dive all the way in, I had to get this young gentleman on the show, and I'll let you know why. He doesn't even know why. I mean, obviously he's super talented. He's my boy. But I said, let me hit B Watts up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got B Watts in the building. Thank you for pulling up, bro. Yes, sir, man. Hell yeah. Higher Learning is a film. I said, who am I gonna call for this movie?
Yeah.
And I know you play college ball. I know you and so did I. And so I needed somebody in my circle that kind of understands how it feels to be a student athlete.
Okay.
And just deal with the pressures of just going to school, playing sports, and either being a man. I don't know. We'll get into this in a minute, but like when you get to college playing ball, I was the man where I'm from. You know, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I get there and you just mix in with the other niggas is nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll get to that in a minute. But B Watch, man, once again, thank you, bro, for pulling up, bro.
Welcome,
it's gonna be
bro.
fun, my nigga.
Welcome.
Hell yeah. Welcome. Higher Learning is a John Singleton joint, written and directed by him, starring Omar Epps, star-studded cast, Kristy Swanson, Jennifer Connelly, Michael Rapaport, Ice Cube, Tyra Banks,
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes, man, Regina King. Come on, man. It's just
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne.
And speaking of Lawrence Fishburne, I was today years old when I found out he spelled his name like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He spelled that whole like Lauren.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lawrence like everybody else. Like,
nah, yeah.
He's thespian, man. He can't,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
shit can't be regular.
I do everything different.
Can't be regular. I was like,
yeah.
Can't be regular.
Lauren
Yeah.
Fishburne.
And apparently the word out on the street is he'll check you if you say it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Like if you call him Larry.
Yeah.
Like he'll
yeah.
Lawrence.
I'm Lawrence.
Chill, homie.
Yeah.
Lawrence. Yeah. This is dope, man. This movie was made or it was released in 1995. Yeah. This is I feel like this is the time where black films were being pushed out and they were at an excellent rate. And there was all these films were dope. This is I feel like I can't speak. I would say the 90s for classic black films, the 90s I think takes the cake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it was so much variety.
Right.
There was a lot of variety, a lot of different stories being told.
Yeah.
And this was a different story.
This
is a very different story that like I've never seen replicated since.
Okay, so this was to me was definitely they covered so much for the first one. They covered a gang of shit.
Yeah.
School Days was crazy.
Yes.
I love School Days.
Yes.
It was they covered a lot of things too, but that was an HBCU.
It was all black.
All black.
It was
and the all black experience.
Yeah. And they had singing and dancing.
It was a musical.
Right?
It was a comedy. It was a drama.
A lot of things happening in
a lot of things going on in there, man. With Higher Learning. G5G.
When I say gamma. When I say gamma,
I thought it was a pretty cat. Yeah, we'll get to that too. That's another show. Man, School Days. Shout out to School Days and Spike Lee, man. But Higher Learning, it deals with so many things. It's it's definitely a BlackBuster. But I feel like if you're not black, you can still watch this film and relate to not just the black side, but like the white people going to school. This is a regular school. Columbus University is a school where everybody's there. The Asians, blacks, whites, Spanish. And they, like I said, they cover so much.
This movie, one of the reasons why it's aged so well, Ja, is because it was ahead of its time. It was already ahead of its time. Like, think about the issues that we deal with today with LGBTQ, right? Tackling it then. Think about the issues that we deal with 95 with policing, right? And the way people of color are policed. It was handling it then. Think about the lone wolf shooter. The disgruntled, white boy who gets, weaponized, and they was covering it then. School shooting, public shooting, all the way back then. It was ahead of its time on a lot of different subjects.
It's 2023 now, and this movie came out 28 years ago, in 95, and it's crazy. You're absolutely right, bro. It covers so many. Like, is there a main character? I don't know. You would think it's Omar Epps.
You think it was Malik?
You know what I'm saying? You would think of Malik, but shit, some people can look at it as it's Remy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tragic story about how a young, socially awkward
kid from Idaho,
white boy from Idaho, as a freshman,
get out of Idaho.
Comes to California, assuming this is California, and he just doesn't fit anywhere. And so, not to justify his actions at all, but I was even telling my boy earlier that I kind of like feel for Remy, man. A part of my personality is like, man, how could I be thinking to all these little mass shooters and shit like that over the last however many years, even currently now. How do they get to who they are? Because I don't believe anybody is born just like evil. Born, but how do they get to this point? And in this film, 28 years later, we see a movie, an old ass movie like this that kind of shows you the process of
what
a
happens.
kid coming to that
Couldn't
point.
fit in anywhere.
Realistically though, because me personally, I feel like for one, I'm not a kid that ever or a human being that ever thought about committing suicide, but I know that shit's real. Mental illness is real, sure. And but like this dude was a regular dude from Idaho. He didn't seem to have any prejudice at all. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, let me just do a couple rundowns of each character. Not each character, but Omar Epps' character, his name is Malik. He was on a superstar athlete in high school that was on partial scholarship, a track star. They got a scholarship to run for Columbus University. Ice Cube played like a 6-year senior.
My nigga Fudge.
And he's been there, and he's like super militant, super. I'm here for the knowledge, not for the degree. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Kristy Swanson's character. Her name was Kristen Connor. She was a freshman as well from Orange County, just happy-go-lucky. But she was a white girl, blonde and everything. But she also didn't. She was like in a situation just like Malik, where some of his tuition couldn't be paid for.
Right. She had money situations.
And she was
you got to get you a job, baby. I'm sorry.
It's a sister telling her to
get you a job.
Auntie was like, baby, we're going to get you a job. Right. So
next.
And so that was dope. They show her life. Like her freshman year was rough. You know what I'm saying? Which happens a lot. A lot of times you get there, you might be around the wrong crowd. It ain't no point there. There's no way you're supposed to go out there and get faded and drunk with your homegirls, and your homegirl let you leave home with a nigga that you just met.
Don't even know.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time. And it showed that happened. Were they bad girls? No, they was just reckless and and so
irresponsible.
They knew what they was doing.
Right.
Like they could handle their liquor. They was out there to drink.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they had each other.
Yep.
And so that's that situation. Regina King. Shout out to Regina King, man. She's been putting it down for so many years.
Regina King.
Damn.
Yeah,
Monet.
Was she from Compton? Where's she from?
No, she was from out of state. Because when she was having the conversation with Kristy Swanson,
asked her where she was from.
Yeah, asked her
she said, "Is that
by Compton?"
Right. And the crazy thing about it is, it's closer to Compton. Orange County is closer to Compton than it is to the Valley. You know what I'm saying? It's about a good because you go from Compton to Long Beach.
Yep.
On the other side of Long Beach,
halfway there
is Orange County. You know what I'm saying? So, but I only Kristy probably didn't even know. She's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it shows you if you've ever been to college or if you have not, kind of like what it looks like to get to college for the first time.
Yeah.
This is the first time
Does a
usually
great
you grew up
job
in your
doing
high
that.
school. Your high school is kids. You grew up all the kids from elementary, middle school, and you pretty much know everybody unless you got bused to a different school outside your district.
Right.
You pretty much know everybody growing up. Now this is your first time on your own. Even if you live in the city, you still in the dorms by yourself, and you're living with people who you don't know most of the time.
Right. Yep.
That's a culture shock in itself. You're sharing the whole place with somebody you don't know, different cultures, different races. And that's what Kristy was going through, that Kristen, and that's what Monet was going through as well. Same thing with Remy, who was a new freshman.
Michael Rapaport.
Right, Michael Rapaport. And he was in there roommating with a 6-year senior that was super Black Panther militant.
Right. Ran his
You know
ass
what I'm
out.
saying? Right. And everyone had their story, bruh.
And each of the freshmen is interesting because each of the 3 freshmen that this movie highlights is in desperate need of leadership.
Facts.
Right? They all are in need of leadership.
Yeah.
And depending upon who they find as leaders,
depends on where they go.
Depends on what their situation is, right?
Yeah.
So, Malik looks at Fudge and he's, but Fudge is not his leader.
Right.
Professor is.
Right.
Professor Phipps ends up being his leader.
Mm-hmm.
For Remy, you know what I mean? Scott ends up being his leader. And then to a certain extent for Kristy Swanson's character, maybe it might have been the girl, it might have been Taryn. Right? Yeah. But again, she was looking for somebody to help her define herself. When Professor Phipps asked, who are you? I don't know, right?
Right.
And then when she's meeting with them later and they're working out a thesis, she goes, that's a great idea. So she's just a sponge, right? You can mold her.
Typical freshman.
Typical freshman.
Yeah.
Typical freshman. But they're all in need of leadership. They all find that leadership and then things start happening as a result. You know what I mean? A little bit later in the film.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, man. I love how it was everybody. It was almost everybody. Everybody who watched this film can relate to somebody. You can relate to the hippie dude with the long hair. He wasn't really a hippie, but I guess he was Wayne was his name.
Yeah.
He was just a regular dude that was cool.
Just
Happy-go-lucky white boy.
Yeah.
That didn't mean no harm. He was just messy and shit like that.
Yeah. I'll try to clean my room up, bro.
Yeah.
Right. No, don't try, bro. You see all that food over there? Clean that up, man.
Yeah. You stink. You stinking over there, man.
Yeah.
Malik, Omar Epps' character, was a hot shot. He thought he was better than he was. He didn't realize you got to work, man.
You got to work.
You know what I'm saying? Morris Chestnut let him know, hey, bro, you're the only weak link on the squad, man. The 4x1. And that's so real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. Believe it or not, man, I ran the 4x1 before back in the day. I was about 100 and something pounds lighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But watch, you ran track in high school, right? And so did you ever run the 4x1?
Yeah, 4x1, 4x2.
Oh, yeah. 4x2 is a killer, man.
I love the 4x2.
The 4x2, yeah.
My fastest split was a 20.8. I love that curve.
Second you in Texas, boy. Them boys be running, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting it.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
so
the way Morris Chestnut was looking at him though after that heat.
Bro, I seen it because what it is on the 4x1, it's not an individual race. So at this point, it's like, bro, I seen you loafing in practice, my nigga. I see you coming to practice late. I see you messing with old girl. You know what I'm saying? And then come to the meet. Now, they only lost by a split point of a second.
Yeah, but they lost because of him.
You affected all of us, bro.
Because my old boy, the third leg, he caught up. He got him back to halfway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean to even.
Yep.
And Morris just couldn't catch the nigga. But had he had a step or two ahead when he got the baton, he might have finished that off. And so, your boy Omar, Malik had too much on his head, on his brain. He didn't want like most freshmen, not most, but a lot of freshmen, if you can get past your freshman year, you should be cool. A lot of freshmen, they either quit basketball, they quit football, they quit track because it's a culture shock. You get to college, now you got this workload, at least 12 units, this workload, and then you got collegiate sports. It's different.
Yeah, bro.
You play football, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, man. I played ball in high school. I got to college and I'm 17. It's fifth year seniors on there. That's 22.
Yeah.
You know
Grown up.
Yeah.
Adults.
Hitting that big weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So it's just a new thing it's a new life, a new world that you had to really be accustomed to and learn how to deal with. And Malik was struggling.
Yeah.
And he was struggling like, oh, I gotta go to school and run. And baby girl, Tyra Banks, shout out to Tyra Banks, looking good as hell. Deja. She was like looking at him like, nigga, I'm doing the same thing that you doing. We all are doing the same. We all running and going to school. Like, what do you
can tell he been that way for a minute because she was checking that nigga paper in the library like, nigga, what is this? Carlos up here. Like, man, we got a lot of work to do.
We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do.
He was so used to
He just been getting by with just his athleticism.
Yeah. I loved Fudge's dorm room. That shit was authentic as hell. Right? Like, just dorms were like, it was always people.
Yeah.
It was always drink. It was always smoke.
Yeah.
But still people like students and getting their work done. Right? I loved how his dorm was like the hub. Like you can come use the computer.
Get your papers printed out.
Get your papers printed. Right, you could check out a book from his own personal library.
Right.
You could get faded. You could dance in there. Like
anything you want to
his spot was popping.
Right. Only thing I wasn't feeling is how he ran the white boys up out of there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was rude.
He was real disrespectful.
That was rude. He came in there. Dude was already studying. I'm like, bro, he here to get his education just like you. He in there studying. He came in, no remorse. Just flipped the music on loud.
Oldies, nigga.
Bro, how would you feel if I came in there? He said that wouldn't happen. So why not? I'll beat your ass.
Hilarious. It basically bullied his way in.
That's what he's done the last 3 years.
Right.
You're like the last 3. The fact that he's still in the dorms,
niggas a super senior,
says a lot about Fudge. Says a lot about Fudge as a character. Even though like he's one of the dopest characters in this movie.
Super.
But he ran them out. But you know what? Like that's how segregated college is. Like I remember my freshman year, I had a guy in the same kind of situation. He was on the swim team. He was with us all of 5 days. Before ultimately,
moved out.
And it wasn't no beef. It just was this level of comfort, right? Like black people tend to hang with black people. It's like Fudge broke it down when he was talking about the quad. That's Disneyland. That's south of the border, right? Like just the black
little Tokyo.
That's little Tokyo. It's the black hole because we all black, right?
Right.
That's how it be in college.
So at my school,
go to what you know.
We have it's called on Lower Sproul. Every Wednesday was called Black Wednesday. All the black folks come out, and my school is predominantly Asian, white. Well, we were less than 4% when I got there, and by the time I left there, it was less than 3%.
But y'all was deep.
It was deep.
It was deep
For that, for in the quad. We had Black Wednesday every Wednesday, and that's where all the black folks gonna be at. In the middle of the quad. You know what I'm saying?
Owning that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Owning that shit.
And so I will say this. I had roommates that were like white boys, and they stayed. I think I played ball though too, so they was like, "Oh, we live in him." You know what I'm saying? So it was different. Like they didn't want to. They still got their work done because it don't matter. They put the headphones on and go to work.
You had people by the dorm quite frequently. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, see, my dorm, I hated having a gang of people in my dorm room, but my door was always open. Meaning, like, my dorm was like the sport dorm. All the athletes was there, basketball, football, and so Clark Kerr was the dorms, and I had a door stop in my door, so it would never close. Instead, when you go to sleep, you close when it's at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You pull the door stop out, let the door close, and then now the door is locked. But for the most part, anybody can just walk in. And I mean, the right people will walk in, and the people who wasn't supposed to walk in,
no
they knew
randos.
better.
Right.
Yeah, the randos did, not at all. It's gonna be a problem for you. Your whole evening's gonna be ruined. But I mean, so it was that we had that. It was a community of people who knew they can come in and sit down. Niggas on the sticks playing
like Fudge's dormitory.
Right. So we had that for sure.
Yeah.
And that spot for us was my boy C Bizzle's room. My boy Chris Ball. His spot was like he was older. He was a junior transfer. He was older than us by a couple years. And his room was like the Kraken dorm where you go in there and there's everything in there. You know what I'm saying?
Everything is popping.
Things up in there chilling. Waiting to get shows up on and all that.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. So it was a great time to be alive.
It was fantastic.
Man.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Right?
I think everybody need to go to college. Even if you don't finish. I'm not saying go just not to finish, but I think everybody should experience college, bro.
What a time to be alive.
It's the most unique, I think the most unique experience of a young adult's life that you won't get nowhere else.
Right.
Like where at work, you go to work, everyone has a job to do, and you go home. And you grown. You got bills and you got responsibilities. And you do in college as well, but it's different. Your job is to go to school.
Your job is to really go to school.
Right. And to mingle and mix in with different races, different, unless you go to a HBCU, that's different, but like different backgrounds. So the first thing you do is you meet people. Where you from, man? Are you from Texas?
Yeah.
What part? I got family out that way. Are you from New Orleans? Are you from New York? Are you from Chicago? Well, I'm from LA. But are you from Oakland? Blah, blah. And you meet all these people that I got friends and family from everywhere. I got homies from St. Louis. They're like brothers to me. I got homies from Texas, Houston, like Baton Rouge, New York. They all met in college.
And then not only like from a geographical standpoint, like you run into the Hoteps. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
my school is for sure.
There'd be brothers on the campus that want to give you the truth about the black man.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in the midst, just like fudge and shit.
You know
right?
how
like,
many fudges was at my school?
So many.
I went to school in the Bay.
Every campus.
That's where it started. Black Panther Party started in Oakland.
Every campus has that guy.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth about the black man, the Asiatic black man. Right? And like, and it was great because you get that knowledge share. Now, some of the shit I wasn't buying into, but there were people out there to tell you, like, did you know about this?
Right.
Did you know about that?
You learn not just in the classroom. You learn it on the quad, too.
So it's real easy because everybody, when they think about this movie, they think about how Remy was weaponized. Everybody thinks about how Remy was weaponized, but Malik was weaponized too, right?
Yeah,
he was weaponized the same way because that black man, I'm a thoroughbred. You know what I mean? Like that's Fudge's influence, on Malik, big time, right? The same way, like Scott was influencing Remy, right?
Yeah.
So they're almost kind of like parallels,
very much
throughout the movie, becoming militant, more and more militant by the people around them. Right. Now, the only diffuser is Professor Phipps, who has a different approach. Right. Like, he's still down. Like, at first, to make you think he's an Uncle Tom. Right. He's not an Uncle Tom.
I never thought that, though. But I did.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, from the jump, especially when I first watched it. But I watching it again more recently, as you grow, you understand. Like, it's back in 95.
Like, he didn't have to be like, no one will give you anything because you are black.
And I was like, why is he talking like that? Where was he supposed to be from?
Trinidad.
He had his leaf.
Mr. Williams.
He had his leaf. Mr. Williams.
All in the office smoke. I'm like, you can't do that these days.
It's 95 though. Yeah.
Mr. Williams thinks I am an Uncle Tom. Peppermint.
Mr. Williams, go handle your financial responsibilities.
Exactly.
Man, I love this character, bro.
Exactly.
But he was hard on everybody though.
He was hard on everybody.
Yeah. He said he showed us that later on with Baby Girl, with Kristy Swanson. She didn't have no perspective in her paper, no personality, no stance.
Next time, do not come to me. Develop your own thesis, right? Yeah. Like he was legit with everyone.
To be better to that tough love,
but he took extra beats with Malik to give him game.
Right.
He told him, "I'm not here to motivate you."
Right.
Right.
Nah.
But let me ask you a question: if you're Mr. Big Time Track Star, if you're running against someone who's bigger, faster,
bigger track star than you are.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Run harder.
I'm gonna run faster.
Boom.
Faster.
Then the look. Yeah. So great professor.
Boom.
Great professor.
Bro, I had one of them, man.
Give him the tools to make him figure it out for himself.
I had one in high school, man. Mr. Mendiela, man. Shout out to Mr. Mendiela, bro. I was like the dude, student athlete. My grades was crazy. My grades was real good. I was heavily recruited and everything. And I was fucking up in math, man. All the teachers liked me, even him, and then gave me a D. Pops was stripping, and I was like, bro, I had straight A's, homie.
Yeah.
My pops was on my head, heavy. My pops was Mr. Williams. That's my dad, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Smoking the pipe, but he's smoking the blunt. He's like, So, tell me what's wrong with these problems right here.
Yeah.
Waking me up in the middle of the night. So, Mr. Manila, man, he was like, bro, I'm not gonna pass you because you just popular here and you the man and everything. Like, you gonna have to pass my class for real. Like, take my class serious. And and I was like missing assignments and shit. My senior year, senioritis and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm already accepted to colleges. I'm already going.
Yeah, I'm about to be up out of here.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Nigga.
So now I'm loafing. This is the second semester. I'm already accepted to where I'm going. I'm good. Nah, nigga. I said, D, man, what you give me a D for, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mr. Jahidi.
Mr. Manila, man. And to this day, man, shout out to him. And I respect it because he made me work for that. I ended up with an A, though.
Yeah.
But he made me work for that bitch.
Such an important lesson.
Yeah. And I went back, talked to the class and everything, and told him the same, hey, man, he gave me the tough love that I needed. You know what I'm saying? And so I respect him for it. So same thing with Dr. Phipps, Professor Phipps.
Yeah.
Your boy Remy, man, his character obviously it stuck out to me more than anybody because I watched this little nigga that's turned into a different dude.
Michael Rapaport plays him fantastic.
It's all in here in the face.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Remy is so good.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
I'm the man.
I'm the man.
I'm the man.
Malik.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Malik.
He called dude
Look at
Malik.
Yeah.
You're a monkey.
Yeah.
He a monkey, yeah, but he had that strap. He was talking crazy with the strap.
Yeah, for sure.
And but like he was just trying to figure it out, man. He just was from Idaho, and Idaho, I've been there before. It's like it's country, farm, and your friends and your family are who you are. You know them your whole life. You go from there to a big ass city. Different. He blended in. Yeah. And he got no one, and he's socially awkward. He was already awkward. He did make he made a statement in there that his dad taught him how to shoot since he was 9, but his dad used to whoop his ass too, though. Yep. So
and his dad was a survivalist.
Right.
So you got to imagine that even in Idaho, they were secluded.
Right.
Right. So like, and he says, I came here to get away from there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, saying not even to really go to school, even though he wanted to be an engineer.
Yeah.
And he got caught in the wrong. I think he would have ended up being like a goth nigga. If Scott didn't walk up on him, I don't see him killing nobody.
I don't either.
If he had like any other combination, like he was about to join the frat. He would have joined the frat there. He would just a douchebag. I know the Remy that went to that joined that frat. And by the time he got done, he might have had some sort of social skills.
Right.
But he couldn't read the room. You fucked her, right?
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah.
What's wrong with you, bro?
Yeah. Ran him up out of there.
She wanted it, right?
And he's like, dude, you shouldn't be mad. You just got laid, right?
You just got laid, right?
Shut up. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. He's like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
He didn't know.
Was whack there, was whack when they were playing the video games. Let's play again, man. You know what I mean? Like, just fish out of water.
That's crazy. Him and Malik
like, almost like pleading, begging for a friend.
You're begging for I know those dudes.
He's begging for a friend without saying it.
Yeah.
I've seen those guys.
Yeah.
Dang,
you've seen him. I mean, if he found his way to the party, A-Word's the party, he was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was talking to the guy was ignoring him. What do you think that make you do stuff to get into this frat? Homie was like, I'd do it. Right?
I'd do it. Whatever.
Boom. Yeah. But like, again, he was already socially awkward and made to feel small by Fudge and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Right? They was always, even when they laughed at him, when they'd come up out of the after they had finished hemming up, homie. You know what I mean? Like,
what was his hair doing, by the way? What was that shit? The Idaho situation.
Right. But the way they stopped what they was doing and looked. It was like, look at that bitch.
Out of all the turmoil, they was coming over to press the boy for calling Monet a black bitch.
Black bitch, yep.
And then they even stood up to the cops. It was an intense moment.
Yeah.
Everybody had attitudes. Everybody was in bad moods until they saw Remy.
And it was like,
that's how much you're a loser. They don't stop they bad night
dweeb,
to laugh at you.
Dweeb.
Dweeb.
Yeah. He was a dweeb. and they
not a nerd, a dweeb.
And laughed at him. They laughed at him. And he felt so small.
So low.
He felt so small in that moment. He was already kind of like cowering and didn't want him to see him. Right?
He was behind the little
He was behind
because he got his drink and he just like
Nah, we see. Hey. Look at this thing.
Yeah, man. And then that's what Malik did to him. Yeah. Right? Like, when Malik, this is after he had been weaponized, 1994 coon and all that type of shit. Yeah. Malik came up and flexed on him and laughed. Laughed at the flinch.
At his door, came to his door.
Yeah.
And that was so awkward. He just picked him and just like turned around, looked at his shirt. Oh, you like Black Panthers? Huh?
But they was roommates.
They
was roommates.
And then he just knock on that door. Oh yeah, you a pussy by yourself, nigga. What's up now?
Right,
say that shit to my face, nigga. He was just.
And then he was a buster.
I think the door. Yeah,
Remy forgot that he lives with this man, right? Yeah. Like because like Remy was in the room with the Jewish homie.
They weren't roommates. They was down the hall from each other.
Down the hall.
I thought they were suite mates.
Remember
the other dude was.
It was him, the long haired dude.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that
the
Remy,
Jewish guy,
the Jewish guy,
and this thing was the Jewish guy, Remy.
Yeah. Long hair
Fudge,
and Omar.
Fudge and
yeah, well, he ran them out.
Yeah.
He ran them out. And then I thought, because I felt that like Omar was hearing it like in the next room over. Like I thought they were all in the same dorm suite. I thought that it was Remy and the Jewish dude was roommates, long hair,
why did he knock on the door? He was in the hallway.
Because you remember like the dorms, like, it was like 2 bedrooms, doors on both bedrooms, like kind of like living area. Maybe there was, but either way, he knew where he was. Right? Yeah, he knew where he was. I think, man, like the way Remy ran and jogged, like the awkwardness, it's just
non-athletic.
Yeah, non-athletic.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so great.
He wasn't good at nothing.
He wasn't good at nothing. But he had the guns. I don't even think the skinheads was fucking with him.
No,
I don't think they liked him either. They right? Like, they was all like, awkward.
Even when he stopped pointing a gun at him, like, nigga, you just don't get it. What are you doing?
Yeah,
nigga?
Yeah.
He didn't understand. Want to go get a beer?
Mm-hmm.
You some type of queer or something? And he pushed him. He said, "Don't even fucking touch me again. I'll beat your ass to the ground."
Yeah, and then this is my favorite part.
Smacking him in the face.
I ain't no faggot.
Great line. You can say that back in '95, man.
Yeah. It was. He was cool. He was cool about it, and of course, like Fudge is his polar opposite, but he was good and he was dropping his bars. You know what I mean? Like, black guys out there, practicing and training, killing each other every night.
It was written well, man.
Yeah,
I believe this dude. Scott was smart.
Scott was
calculated.
He
saw the straggler in Remy.
Mm-hmm.
We got a new recruit.
Right.
And you could tell that one of the guys in the crew was kind of like a buster too.
Yes,
the big buff dude, Narco,
weak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that goes. But I wonder why is he getting mocked by the fat nigga? But obviously he was big and fat. He was still a big strong dude. But because a lot of them dudes be roided up, they're not really savages like that. They just look that way. They puffed up off the steroids.
Yep.
And he was getting mopped.
But the whole crew was weak. And with busters like Remy.
Yeah.
They was all odd. They was all oddballs.
At least Scott got off, though. He got off on Fudge.
Fudge.
Yeah.
Or them punches, bro. They was like,
But Scott been around the block.
Yeah.
Scott been around the block before. He went and sat down, iced this shit. You know what I mean? Like he had done it.
He wasn't talking shit, hyped up about it.
They're like, bro, what are y'all gonna do? Y'all really gonna go shoot them black people?
Yeah.
You gonna do it, Remy?
Yeah.
Would you do it? He was like, I've done it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I've done it.
I've done it. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has. He probably ain't
he's bluffing.
Yeah, maybe he was.
I mean, like,
because he would have did it himself.
Yeah. I mean, he seemed about it. And he seemed about it. Like, I feel like even like when they terrorized the like salt and pepper Halloween couple, they got it bad. They caught an L for no reason.
No reason, bro.
They caught the L heavy.
Out of nowhere.
They fired on her something vicious.
Turned around, pulled up out the bushes, turned around.
Minked her. Yeah.
I was just like, they low-key deserved that shit because that was a fucked up costume to wear. You know what I mean? I don't care how in love y'all are. Don't be out here on this campus walking around like salt and pepper shakers, right?
So with the white girls again.
Yeah. Touching the white girls again.
Man.
Bam. Whipped on them. And I think that was all Scott shit. I think Scott was there to recruit and terrorize.
Yeah.
And even Remy didn't like that. He was just like,
that's what I'm saying. He wasn't naturally like that.
He wasn't naturally like it.
The shooting of other people, a lot of times these dudes have a hatred for themselves or the lack of self-value for themselves.
Yeah.
That's why they kill themselves after that.
Yeah.
And he apologized after that. No, some black folks could just look at him like, oh, he's nigga racist, blah, 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 blah. And that's you looking at him and you're angry. You're emotional.
When I first watched it, that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I hated the name Remy for years.
Yeah.
I
hated the actor for years. Yeah. I hated. I couldn't. Well, we'll talk about Deja in a minute.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I love you, Deja.
But no, like I was furious at him. But I think like
as a younger dude,
as a younger person, I hated this motherfucker, right?
Same.
But I think like I get it. Like at the last scene, he's just like when he's crying, he's I wanted to be an engineer.
The engineer, I'm sorry.
I wanted to build things. You know what I mean? Like he looks over at Malik. I'm sorry. I think that like he pulls the trigger on the top of that shit because he don't want to get kicked out of the only group that he's ever been in.
Sure, take the shot, Remy.
Yeah,
take the shot.
Yeah,
he was like.
It's like he's past the point of no return. Like, he's got to take the shot or they're not going to let me go back.
Right.
And I got nowhere else to go.
Right.
I got nowhere else to go.
Home, I'm gonna be a failure.
He was gonna go there earlier when Malik punked him.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to knock his head off back then.
He was done. Let's talk about Kristy Swanson.
Thank you. Kristen Connor.
Yeah. This is the
damn it.
It's very interesting. This is the weirdest part of this movie.
Weird.
Works though. I mean, like with the lovemaking montage, right? Where like, she leans in. Okay, this is John being a little bit like kind of creative.
But I dug it.
I got it 100%. I got it. But it's the only like chapter and that's the only part in the movie that deviates from the formula.
And I'm okay with that. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's deviating from the formula.
Boom.
Yeah. She's deviating. She's jumping. She's doing the whole bisexual thing and doing the whole experimenting thing. Yeah. Well, like she's probably gonna end up. She's gonna end up either marrying old boy, Wayne.
Yep.
And having 4 kids and becoming a damn art teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I kissed a girl in high school, college. It's gonna be that.
I had a relationship.
Yeah, college. Well, the girls do that shit. The girls like, college. This is all wild.
I just think it was funny how casually homophobic Monet was.
Yeah. That's. I feel like that's real too.
It was real. It was real.
Because here's the thing. Black people, we are a very homophobic culture, right?
Yeah.
Dudes especially, right?
Yeah.
However, the black girls don't be liking that shit either, though.
Yeah.
But they don't be as aggressively.
Monet was not giving her any quarter.
Okay. Yeah. I was a little worried about that. Yeah.
Every time they was walking, they was holding hands.
She was like,
Monet was saying, good look.
Looking at her homegirl.
Yeah, Monet was on her
casually,
tough about
your homegirl is weird.
Yeah.
She's not weird. She's just different.
She want to show you how different she
is.
Yeah.
So Kristen Connor is happy-go-lucky. She's in college.
Classic
She's cool
college white girl
with the 2 other white girls who, which is crazy, weren't really fucking with her.
Was not fucking with her at all.
That's crazy. How that works.
I think what's funny is that I think they probably, the movie doesn't say this, but I think they come from the same area.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe one of the homegirls.
Because they talk to her with with like familiarity.
Yeah. Right.
Like, why don't you just have your parents pay for it? Like,
right. But daddy's on hard times.
Daddy got laid off.
Daddy got laid off, right? Like, they still got money, they still got bread. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they might have gone to the same high school as her, and maybe they're sophomores. She's the only freshman.
Yeah.
They did not seem to be freshmen.
Right.
Right? Like, nor did they seem to be like upperclassmen. So I feel like they were like sophomores.
Young,
they knew the bars to go to. They already knew, a couple of guys at the organization.
The whole shot to the face.
Yeah.
And they're
stretching her mouth out.
Yeah.
Like, she's been here before.
Right.
Yeah.
She done this shit before.
And
so the girl from their high school is now there, but they're not really fucking with her.
That's crazy because when I went to college, there was a few people from my high school that was there already.
Mm-hmm. You did the shots with your mouth?
Never in life.
Yeah.
This nigga's crazy. Oh, nah.
But did you drink with the white boys?
No, I didn't drink.
You didn't drink?
I don't. Nah.
Did you drink in college?
Of course.
Yeah.
But so the homies did, of course. It got wild. If you saw me in college, you would think I was drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Folks, but this nigga don't drink. This nigga was drunk as hell last night.
Yeah.
Nah, he don't drink. John, and then how many shots you had last night? I'm like, bro, I don't drink. Nigga. I was a little out there. You know what I'm saying? A little out there, you know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't drink. But of course, the homies from the hood would come up and say, first time ever being around white girls, being around white dudes. They drink. They had Kips. They had Blondie. They had all the little
on everything,
all the little spots to drink at, and it was cracking. We had Frat Row. We had Acacia. They had all the little I did all that. I just didn't drink.
Yeah,
but man. They for some reason they was dogging her. And then they let her go by herself. And so let me ask you this: when she went home with old boy, man, she wanted to get piped down.
Yeah, she was cool with
that.
She just wanted him to put. She just wanted him to use protection.
Yeah, put that Beto socks on.
And he wait a minute.
He said, "Give me a minute.
Give me a minute." Right.
He said, "I'm already in here. Let me
give me a minute. Finish what I'm doing. Light, chill out.
She's like,
give me a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, how do these niggas get to that point, man?
I mean, I got frustrated again watching it. I was like, bro, come on, bro. All you gotta do is just Put the helmet on, bro. You be straight. Yeah. Don't take it, but it's already there for you.
Already in it.
Just do it. Just do what
you fumbled the opportunity to get some good, and then you could got it again and again and again.
This is what, but I think
she might have let you go raw later on, nigga. But she asked you this time, nigga, at least the first time, bro.
That's what date rape is, right? Like they was all faded.
Yeah,
he was faded too.
Yeah, he was faded too.
He was faded too.
Yeah,
and horny.
Yeah, super
horny white boy.
Yeah,
is here. It's happening.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean?
I'm in it.
Literally. You know what I mean?
Literally.
I'm in it. And, like, shit, I'll be honest and candid. And I'm sure if you guys, I'm assuming, but there have been times where, like, you in it and you would prefer to stay in it. You know what I mean? Like, not on no rape shit.
No.
Not on no rape
Let's
shit.
clarify.
Let's be clear.
When you say not forced, preferred means like, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'd rather. But I will. I'd rather not come out to put this condom on before I go back.
Right.
Let's just see if we can make this shit enjoyable for everyone. Right. But not drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Business.
Like
she can barely walk.
Exactly. So he's all and he's remorseful off that shit.
So here's the thing, man. Watching that, because like I said, with Remy, I saw how he got to where he was. Mm-hmm. And we saw this dude. The whole time, he don't seem like a bad dude. Even when they're walking home.
Yeah.
Huh?
Frat boy,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Douchebag, little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get drunk. Let's go get shit face wasted and all that shit. White boy wasted.
Yeah.
He gets there, and now he's in it. She's like, put a condom on. He's like, all right, give me a minute. He done slid it already. Damn, it feels fire. I prefer not to get out.
Yeah.
She's like, not get out. But
no means no.
No means no, for sure. Yeah. So it's like, damn, man, why now I can see it if in the story they showed him plotting on her, like he was on some sleazeball shit.
Well, they were.
Or he did it before, but plotting, like, niggas plot all the time. Like you go to college, like, hey, we don't get the girl liquored up and see what they're gonna do. Yeah. But ain't nobody forcing no chick to do nothing.
Right.
I didn't see that for him. Yeah. I didn't see that he was gonna try to force the panties down and take the draws.
I mean, he didn't force the panties down.
Yeah, he didn't. None of that was forced.
I mean,
the only problem was
force the panties down. I mean, like continue to smash her while she was saying no.
She told him what she wanted to do, which is 100% her right to do.
For sure.
He did not fucking listen.
Yeah.
And then when she told him to stop,
he did not stop.
He didn't.
Yeah,
and she hitting this nigga like multiple times, like, nigga, get off me, get out,
screaming, nigga.
Yeah, so he fouled for that.
Super foul.
Caught his L.
Damn, man, how do you
caught his L later that night?
Is that really an L though?
Because for him,
like, cause I feel like he didn't go to jail. I feel like he didn't get like
there were no repercussions for what he did.
No, this a slap around a little bit, choke out.
Yeah, I mean, I think in all honesty, I never been a rapist, but he gets to live with that shame.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, like sometimes what I imagine is that, like, when it happens behind closed doors and the shit happens and like the guy knows and the girl knows, but nobody else knows. Like, I imagine, like, you know, like a little later in life, you think about it, but he got publicly shamed for this.
Yeah.
Like they pulled him out. Now he didn't get publicly shamed for the rape.
Right.
But he got publicly shamed for his actions.
Right.
And everybody will always know that's the nigga that got pulled out by the black people and forced to apologize and call her beautiful black queen and all of that shit. Right. Whatever. And then when you saw him in the house later, he's not a triumphant winner. He's down. He's dejected.
He's sunken. He's deflated.
He's soaking. He's deflated, right? Yeah. So he took his L. You know what I mean? What maybe wasn't a capital L, but he took his L.
Yeah. And she didn't go public with it. She didn't tell nobody. Right. So he could have possibly, but she didn't want that. And sometimes, unfortunately, ladies don't say shit because they feel like it's, even if they're the victim the whole time, but now they got that stain on them.
Yeah.
Then even if you were a victim of rape, unfortunately, women don't say shit because they don't want the stigma. Oh, yeah, she got raped before. They don't want people looking at her like this.
Yeah.
You still gotta say some shit. And don't wait till later on either. Say that shit now.
Which is why the predatory lesbian homie played a great role. Like, and helping
you talking about
her,
Terry?
Yeah. Played a great role in helping her deal. Cope.
Yeah.
But also
she
was like
kind of taking advantage.
Like, as soon as you hear, didn't that feel that way? Like it felt that way to me.
I won't hurt you.
Yeah. Like it felt like she was gonna, like, let me heal you. But
she was like her buffer between pipes. Like,
yeah.
You don't want this pipe the way you want. You got it.
Yeah.
You can fuck with me for a little bit. Yeah. You got some more pipe to get. And Kristen kind of bounced back a little too
quick.
A little too quick. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, damn, she already?
Yeah.
And then old boy was like, hey, are you okay? Like, I'm not gonna. And he went to go get the rubber. Cool.
Yeah.
But I would have thought she would have been traumatized for a minute after that.
Yeah.
Facts. Exactly. Sometimes you go all the way box. You go all the way tearing, all the way gay.
All the way.
But I think at least a couple of years.
But I think
it's just stuck her.
She went to support group. I think she went to the support group. So she got supported. And remember, she don't have no backbone at this point. She doesn't have a personality of her own.
Right.
So she goes into the healing environment, gets healed. Right? Like, I'll be that. Right? The guy comes around. Healed. You're interested in me. I'll be heterosexual again. Right? Like, like she's so wishy-washy.
Hence that scene, that montage.
Yep. She's all over the place. Which is not uncommon.
No. That's why this movie is so dope and so relatable. I guarantee you, there's so many Kristen Connors.
Yeah.
There's so many. Every character that we've watched, from Malik Williams to Taryn to Wayne to Fudge to Deja, like there's so many young women, young men that can see themselves in that character.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like even the Remy dude. Like the Remy dude who didn't go as far as committing murders and all that shit might be like, man, I remember when I was my lowest part was my freshman year in college.
Yeah.
No one liked me. I had no friends. Then I met this one girl outside the library who changed my life. She was a weirdo just like me, and we ended up dating all through college. And sometimes a relationship can save a life, nigga.
Right.
Did you think that Taryn was predatory? This is Jennifer Connelly's character. Did you feel like she just was like I was trying to figure out what I thought. Like,
wasn't there a scene, and to answer your question?
Yeah.
When Kristen's character asked if she could stay the night with her.
Yeah, and she said, don't do it because you're fascinated.
Right.
It's a bar.
Facts.
It's a bar.
So that made me feel like she wasn't, because she could have been like, come over.
Yeah.
But
I think at that point, she already knew. She already
it's like, I'm going to let you make up your mind. You want to stay? I'm going to let you know it's open if you want to.
You've been staring at me in the library.
I don't think.
I've been around the block.
You're curious.
You think
exactly.
You think you the first freshman I done turned out?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I done fiddle several.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, if you I don't think it's not. Here's the thing. Let me say this very clearly.
Yeah.
All right. Taking somebody's draws against their will
is wrong.
It's wrong. It's disgusting. Okay. It's not okay. It never will be.
Yeah.
However, in college, that's one statement. Now I'm about to make another one. So they're not together. I don't think that Taryn was predatory. I think that she saw a chick that she was attracted to, and she put herself in position to be liked back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you know a girl is out, because at one point in time she didn't know that she'd been raped. At that point, she approached her before she got raped.
Right.
So she was on her bumper before that even happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like in college, bro, you see a chick in the study hall. You know what I'm saying? You then looked up and you then started look away. Oh shit! You know what? You know when the chick, you can tell in her eyes that she'll
give you a little bit of play.
I can get her.
So I mean,
predatory is like
not predatory. She wasn't predatory.
Yeah, it's like
she wasn't predatory.
I'm trying to do some shit against her. I know she's feeling me.
She hollered at her almost the same way that the guy hollered at her.
Right.
Why you walking alone?
Right.
Yeah. Boom. Like, what's up?
You know how many chicks you see in the study hall?
Should be working alone on
the Chavez Center. That's what we had. It's called the Cesar Chavez Center, man. You see them in there studying. You sit down. What class? And you know in our lecture hall. It's like 300 people in the lecture hall. But you see her by yourself, or you see her in a big ass room full of people. But you see her by yourself in the study hall. You pull up next to her. How you doing? You know, saying you want to study sometime together? This, that, and the other. And she get the blush and I got her. Okay, we're gonna study. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to Dwinell Hall or somewhere, and then we're gonna sit down and do a little study here and there. And then you got her. You know what I'm saying? That's not predatory, that's college.
Nah. Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? You ain't taking advantage of nothing.
Mutual interest.
You putting yourself in position to get liked back. She put the vibe on,
and she did not know that she was in that vulnerable state.
Right. Not initially.
And was taking care of her like a friend would.
Right.
You know, up until that point that she obviously knew that the girl done caught feelings.
Right.
Okay, one other relationship I want to talk about.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about Deja.
Oh, I love
Let's talk about Deja.
Let's just say this is 95, bro. I'm in high school. right? Tyra Banks, my
I
nigga.
was fucking in love.
Come on, man. Bro.
When I first seen
And she
that
didn't
movie,
look
bro,
amazing in this movie.
No, but to me, here's the thing. I'm from the hood, man. I love non-made up chicks. I love pretty beautiful ass.
I had
not much
another
makeup.
appreciation for
Show
when
me
I
up
seen
limits,
it.
out,
big
ponytail.
forehead and all that. Yeah.
Not a lot of
But
makeup.
I also ran track. I was in the track squad, so it was girls that by the time track practice was after class, after school. They looking they're not even looking their best no more.
Right. And that's how
Now
Tyra looked in this.
That's what I'm saying. I'm cool with that.
That natural, no gang of makeup,
Little like thin, sweaty bangs.
Yeah,
like her bangs was kind of
all
like
that.
in shape.
In shape, body crazy.
Smart.
Yeah, super.
Man,
hey,
smart.
man. For her to be a freshman, she held him down. Like she was, like that's equivalent to like.
She a freshman too?
I believe so because you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I thought she was.
She was no more than a sophomore.
Yeah, if anything, a sophomore at the most.
Yeah,
and like she helped the nigga with his paperwork,
helped him with his paper,
and like
she's like, we got a lot to do.
Yeah,
we. She included it. She looked, and she played hard to get until she couldn't.
Until she couldn't.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
she
even then she gave him a fair shot.
Yeah,
from the conversation when he brought in, look at him with his cave bitch. I don't want him.
Right.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
she played that hard like nigga.
And it's crazy because that was Morris Chestnut at the time.
Yeah,
he was the young Denzel. Everyone wanted him.
I don't want him.
I don't want him. So that's dope. She low key put herself in position to let him
like
know
that,
I'm available.
Yep.
I don't want him.
She acknowledged I see you. We on the same team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
you be watching me? You be
watching me.
Right.
Yeah. She got the blushing.
Yeah.
I got you.
What dorm you live in? Why you want to know?
Yeah.
Right? Like, but again, like, okay.
I want to walk you home. Bro. Make sure you get home safe.
Niggas that had that. Why you want to know where do my stay in?
Yeah.
But they start giving you that look. I can't come get a little bag of chips or something.
The variety
hungry.
The variety bag.
Yeah. You guys are good.
Yeah. I ain't too far. I'm like right over there. I'm in building 8 right there.
Oh man, like Deja. So like the whole Deja situation means so much to me because A, I was in love with Tyra like everybody else.
As you should. Yeah,
B,
me too.
that song was so awesome.
I wonder if that was. I wonder if they changed the name to Deja.
I think he wrote it for the movie
after they knew that song was gonna be in the soundtrack.
I think I mean, because the "I Love You," the Deja shit fits so well.
Facts.
So like that song was
Deja
perfect.
from Texas.
You know what I
Texas
mean?
Girl.
I was in high school when this movie came out.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I hope I catch a Deja. When I get to college, like this seems awesome. And then when she gets killed,
bro,
I was heartbroken,
bro.
I was heartbroken.
I told you I hated Remy for a minute. Like, nigga, what?
Man,
I was heartbroken.
And they was running across the field.
She was moving with him. They was moving through the crowd.
Yeah.
And then how they it's small shit as a filmmaker.
I already know what you finna say too.
What?
How was she when she got shot and the her hand like this, like he missed the baton, like stick,
bro.
Oh,
bro. That was dope. That's a John the Monster.
He a monster.
That's parallels.
That's nice.
Hey, they missed the relay, the baton
passing. Damn.
That to me was like the bomb broken. It's over.
It said so much.
And it was a quick
bro.
insert of that. Boom. She got shot like that, and then a close up of this.
And she's like, oh. And his hand was reaching back to grab her.
Damn.
And he missed it.
That's
fantastic. I said, okay, for the watch.
I never caught that before. I never caught that before.
I said, damn. That and that's this.
I was too busy crying.
Man, for real. Man.
Damn. Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Heartbroken.
Deja, man. That was I loved her character. I loved how back in the day they made these black women look the way they looked.
Her why. Like I never like when she was spitting the blood up and the gurgle and the crying and the why. I was just like, this is it was too much for me. On my first watch, I was dealing with too many emotions. I did not have a callus to be able to accept the racism that I was looking at. So I was angry. I was already angry. And then this one bright spot in the movie, right? Like,
the voice of reason.
When Deja died, like, might be top 5 black deaths of all time,
bro. And then another part that got me too was when he came out of school. Omar came out of school, and old buddy was holding him.
Yeah, he was
trying to get. He said,
he could.
Deja. When he said that, I was like,
dang.
oh,
yeah.
Because he was like, because here's the thing, because especially it shows like young dude. He was 18.
Yeah,
and so 18-year-old boys don't cry.
Right.
18-year-old boys don't. I mean, we clearly do. You know what I'm saying? But like, stereotypically, we're not supposed to and show kind of emotion. Like he couldn't when he couldn't even scream. He couldn't even get it out until he got it out.
Yeah,
almost like it was choked up in him. It took him 10 seconds to get it out of there, and it's almost like it wasn't that he was in so much love with her because they was together for 10 years.
Right.
It was because she represented someone that saw the good in him. You know what I mean?
Saw the best in him.
Like saw the best in him, and she wanted him to be better. And she wasn't no goody two shoes. She did start off like, don't grab my booty while we dancing.
Yeah.
Right.
But she just like him. She wanted him like he wanted her.
Yep.
She gave him the draws. It was good. They was falling in love.
They was in love.
There. Yeah, and it was a reason.
He was just starting to experience like, this is what love can be. I can have this.
This is what it means to have a chick hold you down. You know what I mean?
If you think about that 5-minute arc, and again, like for the most part, like I love Omar Epps as an actor for sure. Let me be clear. But up until that point, like all he really kind of did was scowl the whole movie.
Yeah,
he was just salty the whole movie. You know what I mean? Just salty at the coach and
like somebody
salty
owns
at the teacher. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But he goes through an emotional range from when Deja gets killed to when he comes out of that. You see that rage, you know what I mean? That anger, the way he looks at the son, you know what I mean? The sprinting upstairs to get Remy, the anger,
like the police.
That was that really works really hard.
It was so dope. I feel like he would have ended up being Busta Rhymes' character. Busta Rhymes was just there to destroy everything.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? For the black cause.
Yeah. It's about this black fist.
Yeah.
Nigga.
And Ice Cube was with, okay, we gon' he thought about it. Remember when she was like, when she came over there, was like, he called me a black bitch. And he sat there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Then he got up, grabbed his trench coat. Now, so that was calculated.
And knew that he wasn't going to hit him.
Yeah.
Fudge was smart enough to not wail on the guy.
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
Fudge was smart.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he was
that's what I'm saying.
hella smart.
Busta just wanted to wreck shit. You know what I'm saying? And Malik wanted to wreck shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hence the fight on top of the quad with the race with the Nazis. He was there. All right, we gotta make a stand, right?
Yeah, because they put the gun in this man's face.
Yeah.
Right,
so,
like
at that point, something gotta happen to these dudes because clearly the security not gonna do nothing about it. So it was more like a fight out of necessity. Because even afterwards, he was like, "Nigga, we still lost, bro." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look what he did to your face. We whooped their ass, but so what? They still here. You know what I'm saying? So
put the gun in this man's face. I love that part.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's still a gang of stuff to tackle, but we gotta get into the awards with the time that we have left. Before we do that, just a couple of things I want to point out. You guys throw out any things too. Love the way Fudge talked to the police. Yeah. I had never seen that before, but he was, very much. Like you see that shit in TikTok and like Instagram videos now of people that know their rights. Right. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be intimidated by the police.
No, let me see some of your ID.
Let me see your ID, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
another example of how this movie was ahead of the curve.
It's time.
Fudge knew what they could do and couldn't do.
Right.
You don't have to show them no ID.
Right.
Right? Da-da-da-da-da. So I love that.
And he was a 6-year senior. So that kind of
6-year senior.
He had a little experience.
Yeah.
Yep. I love the fact that it was clear that him and Professor Phipps had a relationship.
That's dope.
Right? Like, to
see the OG admire the OG. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, right. You had his class? Yeah, about once.
Yeah.
Or twice.
Twice. You know what I mean? And then clowns him
on the way. He was enamored by him a little bit. You saw it by he was looking at Mr. Phipps. He was like, it was respect there. Right. It was like a little, not idolization, but like it was, he looked up to him.
Yeah. Right. And then, and then acknowledging like, you still have not learned to play the game. And then Fudge, he will. He'll learn. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So that was dope. And I think the professor overall was a dope character.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
sir.
I love the care and concern he had for Malik. I like what he shared about Malik and about what he had overcome. And he was there.
Yeah.
He was there for him, when he was holding him, so. Okay, so let's get into any other scenes or tidbits you guys want to call out?
Real quick, Wayne, long hair brunette dude.
Yeah.
Pause, brunette. That's hilarious. Hey, bro, I'm not like that. I'm not like Malik, bro. I'm as a white boy, but I'm not like these Nazi dudes, bro. And at that point,
he's kind of pleading almost like, why you want to move out, bro?
Bro.
I'm cool.
Yeah. So it shows that, man, in some way, it don't matter what your intentions are, bro. You with them and I'm with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And some people feel that way. I think they cover so much, and we can't cover it in this hour.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll probably end up having to come revisit this film again, bro, because it deals with so many different things that's 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it's still cracking right now.
That's still
more prevalent now than ever
super
before.
relevant right now.
I loved it. I loved everybody's characters, man. Busta Rhymes did his thing. Regina King, Monet, Deja was great. I think it was written so well to where I believe these white kids and these black kids went to school together.
Yep.
And it didn't seem like sometimes when I see a black film and I see white people in it, and I'm like, oh, they're just doing this to try to appease the white audience, possibly. Nah, this movie had to be made, and it had to be a college that was interracial. I mean, a college that was just multicultural, because it makes sense. It's
everything was intentional.
Yeah. Everything was intentional. It wouldn't have been the same if it was a HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think it was dope, bro.
Do y'all think this movie can be remade or it should be retouched like in today's time?
Who do I trust with it?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the question.
Because a lot of movies get 75% of this shit right, and then sometimes I'm like, God damn, why they touch it?
Yeah.
Why they do? So I don't know about making another Higher Learning. I think it's so many years behind something similar, because that movie could be something different and it could deal with the same topics.
The closest that I've seen come to it is Dear White People.
Dear White People.
Right? The movie and the series.
Yeah, exactly. It had more comedy to me, though. Yeah. And also, it didn't seem as serious. It didn't seem as grown up, even though it was college. They were all college students. But this movie felt like...
It's a multicultural campus that they're dealing with. Yeah. They're dealing with all of these different issues. But all of the, but that's the closest that I've seen come to the college experience told from a black perspective,
right? That
wasn't 100% focused on sports.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
So I mean, like, I'd love to see it tackled now, but I don't know, like, how they can push the needle forward,
reboot it, and make it a little stronger.
I mean, don't call it like Higher Learning 2, but just something just along the same lines.
I'd like to see
tackling the same stuff and throwing some stuff that's been happening recently.
Yeah. In a way, it's a time capsule because it's so close to when I was at college.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got no problem if somebody can do that story justice.
Right.
And the movie was hard because it had to balance 3 different like primary characters.
They cover so much
and tell their story.
I love the Nazi shit.
That shit was perfect.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I think the way they told that story was authentic. I think that his character was necessary. Scott, the other guys, and I like how it was like a slow roast to get Remy to be the kind of guy that he ended up being.
Singleton was so great with that. The Nazis was on the internet. Like when they're back at the house, like they're on the internet, which we know is like how these guys recruit and share their information. Right? Like, so even then, like, he's talking, but his screen is up. He's not doing homework. He's, propaganda and doing a different shit.
Yeah,
Chef's kiss, man.
Yeah, Singleton, he'll a goat for that, man.
MVPs. Let's get into the MVP.
Real quick, I thought we were going to do the overacting.
Oh, we definitely going to do overacting.
Isn't that first?
We go MVP, LVP, overacting.
Oh, I'm sorry, MVP.
Yeah,
MVP.
Who's the MVP of Higher Learning?
Damn. It's so many, man. It's so many people involved in this.
It's a wrong answer, I don't think. But,
MVP of Higher Learning.
I'll go with mine. What you guys think?
Go ahead.
I vote Fudge.
Okay.
I think Fudge is the consciousness of the movie. Right? Like,
he's the heart.
He's the heart of the movie. Speaks to a little bit about what Remy's going through. Doesn't really touch on what Kristy Swanson's character was going through. But like, I think he represents what Singleton was trying to achieve in the movie.
Yes.
Like, I don't think it's Malik. I don't think it's Professor Phipps. Damn sure ain't Kristy Swanson. Damn sure ain't Remy. I think the core of what the movie was trying to represent is expressed through Fudge.
Okay.
I can agree with that. I was gonna say the professor about how he handled the black man and not, oh, you're Uncle Tom, and not getting offended and trying to, oh, well, you think I'm Uncle Tom? I'm finna make it even more harder for you. I'm finna, when he showed him the way with tough love, and still, even when he came back, I'm still here for you. I'm still letting you know I'm gonna give you all the knowledge that I got.
Yeah,
right.
And you just got to go apply it. You know what I'm saying? So
if the professor
had
a scene with Remy, like if all three of them were in the course. Right, like, you know,
hard,
and that would have been a great contrast to what Scott was giving Remy, what Professor Phipps would have said to him, right? You know,
and you trying to think like, what would his path have been then if he would have got with the professor and got some of that?
Yep,
that's a good, that's a good little segue scene, a segue direction with that character, that subplot. I just thought of a joke, just real quick. I'm gonna say it. Give me the gun, Remy. Give me the gun, Trey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give me the fucking gun, Remy.
Yeah. Mr. Phipps, the Professor Phipps in the hallway.
Yeah.
I would say Fudge as well. And this is why I love the fact that he was in this character. Because remember, he used to be Doughboy, my nigga. Doughboy.
Hell of a transition.
And I could see that Fudge came from the same neighborhood as Doughboy. I saw it, and I saw the hardness in him, and I saw the big brother in him when he was like, man, so you said, hey, man, read that book for the knowledge, not for no damn class.
Yeah.
Like, he still was big homie.
Yeah.
And he was still, I'm down to get this, I'm with all the smoke, fuck the police, fuck these racist ass white boys, we about to go whoop their ass. Hey, man, pick this book up and strengthen your mind.
Yeah,
that's he is the type of man. I didn't like how he bullied the white boys for no reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because unless they deserved it,
but they didn't do nothing.
They didn't do nothing wrong.
He just needed them up out.
Yeah,
right. Like, you know, so he can run his. It's interesting
about it.
Doughboy and Fudge are both half of who Ice Cube is.
Right.
Interesting
exactly
enough, right? Like, you know, like both of those characters represent exactly who Ice Cube is. He's the gangster when boys, you know, but he also has that pro-black, you know what I mean, energy that Fudge has. So he's being both.
Yeah, that's why I dug it, and I think he was the ultimate force that helped. I mean, Fudge and the Professor Phipps.
Yeah,
those together.
Who's your LVP?
Ooh, LVP.
Probably old buddy with the long hair. There was a
okay. He was a nice guy, but
much impact.
Besides being her rebound, her assault rebound.
Yeah. Okay, LVP possibly, or Nako, the big buff nigga.
The big buff dude.
He had
no squabbles.
Yeah, no squabbles.
That's all. I don't think he even got a punch off.
Teach me how to squabble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
Oh man.
To be that big and to get thrown right into
the Coke machine.
Into the Coke machine.
Roy Rage.
Took L's.
Hey, he was like this.
Yeah.
Big boy was like, man, come on, man. I didn't took many fades, bro.
He had all the rings on everything.
Yeah.
Stood up.
But those dudes, a lot of those dudes be trash in the field.
Yep.
Those big roided out niggas, they be trash in the field.
New song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're just meat running around.
Right. Right.
For me, this guy's not essential to the movie at all. But I hate the fact that he's in it. Every single time I watch the movie, I hate that this shit is in my mind.
Wait a minute. Can I think of it?
You can take a beat. It's the worst part of this movie. And
it's a scene in the movie
there's a scene in the movie. There's a part in the movie where a thing happens, and I hate it. It's the worst part of the movie. I hate the guy that does it. I hate everything that he says. I'll give it to you.
Is it at the beginning?
It's at the end.
Oh, wait. I thought it was at the beginning. Welcome to Columbus High, Columbus University. Who is it? What is it?
What is high?
Oh,
what is
no.
higher?
We
What
needed
is
him higher.
What is learning? What is higher learning?
That's stupid.
I hate that. I hate that I have that part committed to memory.
But that's
I know.
yeah,
I know.
That's the these niggas. These niggas.
And I hated them niggas. I can't.
We had a few at our school,
I
man.
can't stand poets. I hate poets,
Man.
and I hate that kind of poet.
Yes,
right. Like a good spit
as I
bar.
whispered,
Like damn, that shit is
tiptoe
deep.
down the crescendo.
That guy.
And I.
That guy.
Yeah.
What is high? What is higher? What is learn? What is
learning?
What is higher learning? Like he just spit bars. I hate it every single time it comes on.
And then people in the crowd be like, yes.
Yeah. Listen,
Talk that.
if I ran into that nigga at the movie theater, I'd be like, I hate that nigga. Right?
Man.
So he's always gonna be my LVP.
I forgot who did the little poetry night, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who did it, but it was I remember the homies was like, these niggas is frauds, man.
You know, I've got my Whopper with cheese. Like this is
nigga.
Get out of here,
man.
Why did he get shot?
Poetry. Why did he get shot?
I'd sacrifice him for Deja 10 out of 10 times.
Please.
Shoot him right in his
That's
kufi.
funny.
I hate that guy.
Man.
Okay. Overact. Who's your LVP?
LV, did we say it? Did I say it? I said it.
Did you say your LVP?
I didn't say it.
Long hair Jake?
Nah. Oh, you said it. Out of the ones that the
homie.
Huh?
That's who you chose. You chose.
Oh yeah, I said Nako. Yeah, Nako.
Yeah.
Nigga, no squabbles.
Overacting award. Who gets the overacting award?
Overacting award goes. It's a tie for Tyra and Omar when she got shot.
When she got shot, the blood in the mouth.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yes.
And then the calm down. Like,
yes.
And then you hear in the background, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. We need to get help,
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams.
Now, here's the thing. I remember I've seen someone so like, what's the word I'm looking for lack of a better term, fucked up, like emotionally told to where. Remember when Mr. Williams was holding him down?
Yeah.
I mean when Mr. Phipps was held him, and he's Deja.
Yeah.
I felt it for sure. I promise you, I'm with you. I'm like, oh, I was getting goosey bumped. I got him right here.
Yeah.
And but I was like, damn, man, because I felt that. But of course, would that really happen? I don't know. Would it happen like that? And then it wasn't that. The scream was cool. But like then he was like,
yeah.
It's equivalent to whose was it Kane? Was it Kane from Men's Society?
Really bad.
Yeah.
Right. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
So that. But I loved it though. With that being said, I love the scenes.
That's what saves it. That's what saves it.
I really enjoyed the scene.
Yeah.
It made me feel. It made me. I felt it.
Sure.
So I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't. I could be wrong when I call it overacting. But
I think 100% because like Tyra, like Deja can't really act in the movie anyway, right? Like so she's already sloppy. But like that scene is of like probably what they was really going for it. Like they probably have to go back to their trailer and was like, get an Oscar for that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what they were killing it out there today.
At first it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
She split the blood up. I get that. Why? The screaming why?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think
I say
screaming.
Screaming why?
That part. I mean, like
I'm cool with it for the drama. For the drama. But yeah, that's overacting for sure.
Okay,
but I loved it.
Before we get into the fist, one last thing. Let's do some crystal balling. Let's put some of our characters in a crystal ball. Does Malik stay in college next season?
He does, and he becomes Fudge.
he becomes Fudge.
Yeah.
Does he keep running track? He ends the movie sprinting.
Yeah, I think he does.
He has to stay there.
To stay at college.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to be like, I want to say this real quick. When the nigga Fudge was talking to Malik and was like, run nigga run. I'm like, what the fuck? What you here for?
What you here for?
How are you paying for college, bro?
Exactly.
Here 6 years.
Exactly. And that's why my prediction.
Nigga, your parents got bread?
Yeah, that is a good question.
Fuck you talking about run nigga run like you making me feel bad for
who paying for your shit?
Yeah, nigga. Unless you working a hard 1 or 2, 3 jobs to pay for your tuition, how's it getting paid for? How dare you tell me to work?
Hey, and you still in the dorms.
Yeah, nigga.
6 years in the dorms, which is why my prediction on Fudge is he on staff next year.
Yeah,
he stays at Columbus University forever.
Like, what else do you got outside of here, nigga? You've been in here 6 years. You know, to a degree.
He gets a job in the Pan African Studies department.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like they that campus is hit. Dashiki in the quad. He stays on campus for the rest of his days.
I do. I think he gets his master's. I think he becomes a teacher there.
Absolutely.
I say, bro, all right, so you teaching now, and I shouldn't be doing this for the degree. What you doing it for?
Yep.
And how are you utilizing it, nigga? Like, how do you
100% gets his master's.
Yeah.
He stays. He's like one of those like career students. You know what I mean? Folks that like who never really got into the workplace and just graduated it and then got another degree and another degree.
They got 7 degrees and shit.
How's Kristy Swanson? What's her
She's
situation?
Better.
Yeah,
she's better. It makes she's a much stronger and more she's gonna graduate with honors and she's gonna have a successful life because she had a fucked up intro to real world. People say when you go off to college, it's like the first step to the real world.
Yeah.
But it's not that yet, but you're close to it.
She'll write a great book about her college experience like years later and be featured on like MSNBC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
something like that,
she'll write about rape. You know, she'll write about
coping from it, bouncing back.
Go do a few seminars.
She'll write about social justice. You know what I mean? Like she will make a career out of being a closely affected by proximity white woman.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, like she'll be a professional white sympathizer for like her entire career.
Yeah.
Easy
but
peasy.
It won't come from white guilt.
No.
It'll come from like experience.
Experience,
for sure.
You know she's had experience.
Yeah.
And the thing about her that you can say she cared. She organized the really rally because she cared. And she had Monet care about her. She had people care about her from a wide variety of perspectives. So yeah, she did have a tough go, but I do think at the end she's going to be A-okay.
And I think her story is going to help the next girl. You know what I'm saying?
Last question. Yeah. Was Busta Rhymes ever enrolled in the school?
Yeah. Okay. Only reason why I say that is because I went to school. It was a pretty strong academic school. You know what I mean? And we had some real niggas there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was going to school there.
But it was getting grades.
Yeah.
It was eligible.
Yeah, some of these dudes was like from the hoods of Compton, where out, you know what I'm saying? In Oakland. And they was like, they had brothers that was coming on campus that was like a year behind them, a year older than that was like straight street niggas. Like they came from the gutter. And they got the grades to come to a school. And, you know, so I definitely see him being the dude at Columbus. He just was wild. And he was super militant. But a lot of those dudes be super aggressive, super black and militant, but they got good grades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, let's get into the fists.
Yeah.
So we're ranking this movie. 5 black fists, all-time classic, down to 1 black fist, a movie that got made. How many fists are we giving Higher Learning?
Let Brother Watts go first.
How many fists? So I'd say good 3.5, 4.
3.5, 4.
Yeah.
3.5, 4. For me, Ja, 5 black fists.
5 black fists.
This is a 5 black fist movie for me.
You don't even have to explain what you
even got to explain it.
But I say
a part of it is the time in which I watched it for the first time. It's a really good movie. It is aged remarkably well.
I agree.
Very well.
Fantastically well. And whenever I do come across it, it's not a movie that gets played a lot, like on TV.
I think because it's so controversial.
Because it's so controversial. But anytime I watch it, I enjoy it. So 5 black fists for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
You got you got street dudes in college, or hood dudes in college, not street dudes. You got Nazis. You got
all walks of life.
Blonde hair, blue eye, white girls. I feel like it's a melting pot. Only thing you didn't have is an Asian and Spanish like representation there.
Yep.
I mean, as far as acting, you saw them
in terms of a character,
but like but I think he did a real good job
Yeah.
of telling the story from different perspectives.
A lot of different characters.
A lot of different characters.
And the movie was like 2 hours long, and it did not seem like it was
exactly.
Nope.
There was no stale moments for me. Like, okay, let me fast forward this part.
Yeah.
Right.
It was dope to me, and it's a lot going on. Like even from the dude that raped the girl to the little stud chick. She wasn't a stud. The gay homegirl Taryn.
Yeah. But a lot of moving pieces that he got to work.
Yeah.
Like you could have done a movie just on Remy. You could have did a movie just on Malik. Right?
No,
you could have did a movie just on Moye, on Fudge, right? Like, so the fact that he got all of these things to work, got all of these characters across the finish line in a way that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dope.
I agree.
Dope.
5 Black Fists, man. That's higher learning for y'all, man. John Singleton hit it out the park with that one, man. It was an amazing grace. Super dope.
Yeah.
Brother Watts, thank you for tapping in with us, man.
For sure. Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying?
What is black? What is
Black
Busters?
What is BlackBusters?
What is BlackBusters?
What is BlackBusters? Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Catch us next time, man. I'm your host, Big John, along with my co-host,
Skin Tone,
man.
Pod nigga pod.
You said what?
Pod nigga pod.
Pod nigga pod. Yes, sir, man. Hey, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. We'll catch y'all next time, man. Be good or be good at it, bro. Thank you once again, Brother Watts.
Yes, sir.
And we out of here, man. Peace. Pew to the max.
BlackBusters.